Today, the new Prey isn't Prey, but it's called Prey, but it's definitely not Prey. Are we clear? This is Checkpoint. Welcome to Checkpoint, where today we are celebrating
Civic Holiday.
That's right!
Civic Holiday.
It is the first Monday in August and can be used for whatever the local government wants to celebrate.
So put up that British Columbia Day tree, open your George Hamilton Day presents, and go see a John Galt Day pageant.
Merry
Civic Holiday
to one and all!
As revealed during this year's Bethesda E3 presentation, the new Prey from Arcane Studios is categorically not a sequel, remake, or reboot of the original Prey, according to Rafael Colantonio, creative director at Arcane. He continued, "It has no tie with the original," which raises the question, why is it called Prey? Colantonio says it's a reimagining of the IP, which, even from what little we know about this new game, is so reimagined as to be completely unrelated in every conceivable way from the original, so why keep bringing it up? Is it honestly just because you already own the name and it's easier than making up a new one? Because that's what it seems.
Pokemon Go update, this week's version. Niantic rolled out a new version of the game and they fixed the tracking feature, and by fixed I mean they just took it away completely. Haha, which is funny, but Niantic also shut down all the third-party Pokemon scanning websites as well, so there's really no reliable way of finding Pokemon now, and people are pissed. The official subreddit looks like this. Some players have even been going so far as to request refunds for their in-app purchases as a way to stick it to the man. Meanwhile, the mayor of Dusseldorf has closed a bridge to accommodate players. Russia is investigating the game because they think it's evil, and Pokemon trainers have utterly trashed the Australian suburb of Rhodes. But, not all the Pokemon news is bad. You can now pre-order a Snorlax beanbag chair from ThinkGeek, so we've got that going for us.
BioWare announced last week that it would be shuttering their user forums at the end of August, preferring to move community interaction to social media services like Twitter or Facebook, or sites like Tumblr and Reddit. While there was always fervent discussion on all of these platforms, keeping over 500,000 users sequestered to their own corner of the internet so they can argue over whether or not Commander Shepard should be allowed to fuck the Normandy was a kindness on BioWare's part, and now, as the giant weight of being directly responsible for their fans' conduct floats off their shoulders, it's hard to imagine an increase in angry BioWare fans on Twitter, but I guess anything is possible.
Most people kind of expect games to be delayed these days, and there's lots of good reasons for a game to be delayed. It could be because of an overly grandiose vision, a touch-up pass, you just realize the game is not good or fun during the beta period, or it could just be Persona 5, but we found a whole new reason for a game delay. The publisher forgetting to click the button that says Publish. That was the fate of the strategy game This Is the Police, which was delayed after publisher Eurovideo forgot to submit the game for its final Steam approval in time for its planned July 28th release date. Whoops! It's out tomorrow!
Regardless of whether they think it'll be good or bad, people can't wait to see what No Man's Sky is all about. Some more than others, which is why a Redditor going by the name of Damien spent $1,300 on a leaked copy of the game, because he wanted to experience it spoiler-free and without his opinion being influenced by the opinions of others. But others aren't as obsessed with staying spoiler-free, certainly not $1,300 obsessed, so other users clamored for him to post videos, which he did, an unboxing to start with, and then when the copy actually worked, some short videos from the early parts of the game. People liked what they saw and wanted more, but Sean Murray and Hello Games were disappointed that their hard work was being spoiled and said as much on Twitter. This made Damien realize he didn't want to spoil the game for others and decided to stop. Spoilers or not, that says something about the game, because Damien probably wouldn't have cared about the integrity of the game if it had been a comical pile of garbage toilets.
Wait a minute!
Yeah.
There's a John Galt Day?
Yes.
Can't really see Ayn Rand pushing for a public holiday. I mean, that seems like something weak people who can't be bothered to be born into a rich and powerful family would like.
Not that John Galt. The John Galt who founded Guelph, Ontario.
Oh. Well, that's probably a lot less exciting.
He was a famous author. He wrote a book called Cursory Reflections on Political and Commercial Topics.
Definitely a lot less exciting. Coming up, Nintendo posted a greater loss than expected in its first quarter. And before you say, but Kathleen, you already did Pokemon Go stories. That's the whole point. No matter how many articles try to connect these things, Pokemon Go came out after this fiscal quarter and it is expected to bring Nintendo growth going forward. Next week, I'm sure we'll have more Hellfire Despair to report on because someone can't get a Lapras, so just sit tight.
You need to stop eating so much glass.
Graham, look, I don't comment on your diet. I ask you not to comment on mine.
All right. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.